Hey everybody, Michael Snyder here, California Weather Watch. Today is May 24th, and right now we are looking at the mid-level water vapor loop. You can still see the general troughing here across much of the west coast. Increased some winds across some of the higher terrain, brought some thunderstorms to the Sierra Nevada, even a severe thunderstorm out there near Shasta Lake. Take a look at that in a little bit more detail here. But this is going to keeping things seasonable temperature-wise anyway. And we've got that marine layer along the coastline that we'll check out here on the visible satellite imagery. You can still see it socked in for a lot of areas up and down the coastline. Some of this will be burning off to the day today, but you can imagine why the big contrast between the temperatures over the desert areas, the valley areas, and the coastal regions, and this is why that marine influence there. This is looking at the severe thunderstorm warning that went on yesterday. If you were out there and you saw any of that hail, contact the National Weather Service Sacramento and leave them your hail report, please. This is looking at the Drizzle Fest yesterday here in National Weather Service Bay Area. You can see just a few hundredths of an inch of rain here. But yeah, it kind of keeps things socked in when it does occur. This is looking at this, what is this? This is Central Sierra right here. Let's do the entire state. For example, 31 inches, the average snow water equivalent across the snowpack, still above the 90 percentile right now, and the median right now is just at 7 inches there, so we're still well above average here. But you can see the decline in the snowpack there as we go on in through the month of July, virtually gone by the time you get towards August. This is day one thunderstorm potential again across Northern California, some of the Sierra Nevada here. You go up into Nevada, Utah, and Idaho here, and you can kind of get a marginal risk for some stronger storms out there. Wind and hail the main threat. This would be day two again, Northern California, Sierra Nevada, and day three, kind of a repeat there again. This is looking at the wider view of things here. As the Hawaiian Islands, state of California, there's a general troughing across the region here. This is looking at 18,000 feet. You can see the big ridge out over the Pacific Ocean here. If I put that into motion, notice the trough kind of hanging out here as we go towards the weekend. We're now in the weekend here, and you can kind of see this troughing just kind of hanging on here. It's going to keep things seasonable, temperature-wise at least. So we're not looking at any big warm-up or heat wave in the upcoming pattern here. So we'll go ahead and watch this as we go as well. This is looking at 850 millibar temperature here. This is last night's GFS run. If I put it into motion, you can kind of see the troughing still hanging around, keeping things generally, fairly chilly here. We do heat up across some of the Pacific Northwest briefly, but you'll notice that troughing not too far off, keeping things below average potentially on in through early June. Kind of nice to have that gradual snowmelt versus the giant heat waves here that could really bring some flooding concerns with that snowmelt across the Sierra Nevada that's still ongoing. This is looking at 2-meter temperature anomaly, and we'll just kind of scroll through this. You kind of get the hint here. Things just not warming up too much. We're now going through the end of May. We warm up a bit here, but then we quickly cool things back down with another trough as we go on in through early June. Again, great for that snow melt, kind of slowing it down. This is looking at 2-meter max temperature, national blend of models. Put it into motion, you can see the big contrast as we go. Here's Sunday. There's Monday. This is going day by day. See the desert's nice and warm each day, but the coastal areas much more subdued temperatures there. So you know where to go for heat versus the cool down there. And if you really want it cooler, go up into the Sierra Nevada where the daytime highs are going to be obviously much cooler there. But this goes through June 3rd. Not much change temperature-wise. No big heat wave right now in the forecast. This is looking at something interesting here. So this is looking at wildfire smoke. If I put this into motion, you notice the Alberta fire is kind of staying away up there, maybe a little bit of smoke getting caught up in the general troughing flow there. But look at this. It fires up some kind of fire activity here across some of the central Sierra Nevada. And I don't know if that's some fire that's ongoing right now and they just forecast it to enhance there. The models are picking up on that, but it kind of keeps showing that signal there. So kind of interesting. I haven't looked into it too much this morning, just kind of thought it curious in the models there. If you know anything I don't, go ahead and leave that in the comments below. This is looking at El Nino. So you can see we've got the West Coast, North America, Hawaiian Islands, Australia. Here's the Equatorial Pacific. This is a valid May 2023. So if we go June, you can clearly see that warm tongue extended across Pacific Ocean here. July, it increases. August, September, October, November. You can call, that's a pretty classic El Nino signature across the equatorial Pacific. Things warming up eventually along the west coast of North America too. We've been dealing with some below average water temperatures for the last few months now. And you can kind of see a warm blob here across the North Pacific as well. But yeah, El Nino most likely on its way, folks. And you can see that here. We have moved into El Nino territory here, and you can see the climb out of La Nina. We paused at neutral for a bit, and now we're climbing back into that El Nino condition. This is looking at the 90% chance through summertime, fall, and winter for El Nino conditions coming up. Virtually no chance for La Nina at this point, and very slim odds of a neutral. This is looking at the forecast, and you can see once you get above 1 degree there, you're looking at moderate El Nino territory. Above 1.5 is considered strong. So we do have that potential here of going towards a strong El Nino coming up. So anyway, I hope you guys are liking these videos out there. I'm going to be out chasing here the next few days. If something is going on across California, I'll try to include it in a briefing when I'm out there as well. I'll bring my equipment out there and get some videos done. I'll probably do Pacific Northwest briefings for sure daily out there. But yeah, we'll see what happens coming up here. It looks like things are going to stay seasonably cool through the extended forecast, which is good news, of course, for melting that snow out there and not causing too many flooding concerns. But anyway, yeah, click like, subscribe, and I will talk to you guys in the next few days.